When Caesar was Caesar, and you think there's another king, that's ultimately what got Jesus crucified. When they brought him to Pontius Pilate, and the Jewish religious leaders think he's claiming blasphemy, he's a Messiah, we don't think he is, we want him crucified, and he's like, well, that's your religious laws, and I'm not going to be a part of that. Pontius is trying to get out of it as a political leader. He says, well, he's saying he's king of the Jews. So when Pontius Pilate actually asked him, are you the king of the Jews? He said, I am a king, not of this world, but I am a king. So that when they crucified Jesus, that little note on top of him said, King of the Jews. And that was his legal indictment for them to legally crucify him because he claimed to be a king when we have Caesar and you think you're king and you're not. That was their legal justification for the government to crucify Jesus. And then the Pharisees said, well, just write, he said he was the king. He says, what I've written, I've written. So they even tried to have him water it down a little bit because they didn't want that statement, King of the Jews, over his head. So that's how they pulled that off that day. And there's no surprise to God. That's why Jesus came to die for our sins. But that was the legal justification to crucify him. The religious justification is a bunch of Pharisees who didn't believe he was the Messiah.